G'day guys, welcome to the channel. Now, the Philips 200 that you saw me, the winner of a little competition, if you want to call it that, the best radio first. You've seen the video of me fire this thing up, and yes, it does work. I haven't put the caps in yet. Just been doing a little bit of work on the case. We've straightened the bottom out. Yeah, there's a crack across the bottom here, and probably I'll show you anyway. A little plate in here with some JB weld and keep that together. As I said, this is not a full restoration. This is just make it nice and pretty and get it going. And I think it'll be a pretty good performer. We've got to put a strap on it yet. Not sure what I'm going to use there. A dog collar springs to mind. So this did have a leather strap on it. The dials actually come up pretty good. That's, well, the dial glass or cover, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we didn't get the stain out of this, but it's come up pretty nice. And like, how many pieces is this radio in? This is incredible. Like, everything is in separate sections. And this one came up not too bad, but I'm still working on this one. Being where the dog's been chewing on this one. So, yeah, we're going to seal off where the socket was for the earphone. We won't be using the earphone on this. And yeah, try and get this a little bit better, maybe with some fill. I don't want to go too much into it. I want it to keep its character, but be presentable. The dial, which I've got in a plastic bag here, you'll see this when I'm putting it together. That's like new. It's really, really good order. And, well, a couple of top plate. So, yeah, you can't see these too well in the camera, the gold top plate. Normally, black paint in the back, and it's sort of rubbed off where the lettering is, and the lettering stands out as gold. But I don't know, I think I might reverse this and use the lettering as black. It'd be a lot easier. So, yeah. And I must stress, this is not a restoration, okay? This is get going and make it presentable. The bottom one, you can probably see that. But anyway, you'll see all this. This one actually, some of the black stayed in there. I may do that. I don't know. We'll have a look at these. But anyway, that's where I'm up to at the moment, bits and pieces. So I'm just bringing you along for the ride as we do it. I have taken the rod out of this so it doesn't get dropped and broken. And we'll be starting this pretty shortly. I did want to sort of get the case a little bit better than what it was, so I know what I'm working with. The case itself, now it is that, no, that's not the way it goes. That's the way it goes. It all goes together, actually, yeah, reasonably well, actually. There you go. It's a fair bit better than what it was. She's rough on the bottom there. She's really rough. That's not good. This is a bit rough, but rest of it, this radio, yeah, it's got a lot of stories about where it would have been. It's a shame we can't drag the information out of it of what the hell happened to this radio. Looks like it's been in a fire or something, and then chewed by a dog. So don't really know. The little vent on the back has come up okay. Yeah, there's a little bit of a bit missing here. That's fine. It'll go back in. Okay, so now I'm fairly happy with the case. We'll just do bit by bit and make it presentable, then we'll get onto this, and I will skip through changing the caps. I'm not taking you through all that. We're just doing the few Waxys, and there's a handful of electrodes, and I think this should go pretty well. Of course, in alignment, it is 455 kilohertz, and this is a model 200, by the way, serial number 12793. Okay, and of course we're going to do the switches up the top there, clean things up, re-grease them, and of course the contacts. And well, better see if I've got any deoxit around to do the switches. Okay, maybe you can teach an old dog new tricks if he's got the money. Okay, we'll be back. Right, guys, now what I'm doing here, this is a fair size crack. I've put some sticky tape or sellotape underneath so we can push some JB weld into the gap. We can then sand it off underneath after we take the tape off. And once I get a little bit on top here, I'm also going to put, I've got a little bit of tin cut out of a jam tin, and put him in there and just smear some JB just around the sides of him, as well as push him down onto it, and that will give us the strength in that area. There's no other areas there that need doing. It's only this one. So, and if, well, we have a look at it. I've got the tape on there so the JB doesn't come through and doesn't stick to the tape. And I've cleaned this up with acetone, so it should come up okay. It'll come up well enough, that's for sure. Okay, we'll do that now. Right, guys, well, I found this old knob. Actually, it was on another old Philips radio. Now, this is the front, and yeah, looks a bit ordinary, doesn't it? And I've actually glued another piece back on here. This broke out, as they sort of all do once they get a bit of age on them. So that's the back of it. Dobbus elastic will hold this in, and we'll see how we go at polishing this up for that knob. In behind it, some felt and a couple of felts, front and back, couple of felt washers that go inside this knob, and then it all sits very pretty on this. Okay, so hopefully I'll be able to do something with this. This was a good find, this. And this knob, and actually it's another wrecked radio, which has also got a strap on it. Now this radio come from a very good friend of mine, Don's old radio shed. It's come from Dono over there, in WA, and yeah, we can do something with this. The rest of the radio is trashed. Well, I may get it going, but it'll be just a resuscitation rather than anything else. It's in pretty bad shape. But this, I haven't got a handle, as you know, for the back of the radio. So this is where I'm thinking dog collar, cat collar, something like this, and put this back and get this working again. This is a little bit, yeah, a little bit stiff, but it will go okay. And as for the yeah, as for sewing it, I don't think I'd sew it. I would use some sort of contact glue and glue it down. There's also a strap in here, a metal strap, which it's just about eaten through actually. Probably wouldn't put that back in. It'll be fine if it's just glued on like that. And these, once these are polished up, and this would look quite nice. On this coloured radio, I would probably, I don't know what the original was. I will try and have a look, but probably brown would be a better colour rather than the pink. But I'm not real sure what came with this bone coloured back on this radio. So we'll look into that. The bottom of this afternoon, I've tried to get it back. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a bit shiny, and yeah, you can see where the dog's eating it. Here, yeah, I'll fill this up with something I don't know yet, but yeah, it is coming up quite nice. This polished up quite nice. So yeah, and well, we do have the top of it as well. Um, okay, the brass top, and I've been onto him and did him, and of course he fits in like that on top. So she's coming up pretty well. Now, this was the reverse. This was blackened in with gold lettering. I can't get the black into between the letters and everything else, so I've reversed it and lacquered it, and well, it certainly looks $1,000,000 just here in the workshop. And I did exactly the same. Where are we? Here's the front, and I did exactly the same with the nameplate down the bottom. And yeah, that's going to come up pretty nice too. All lacquered and yeah, protected. So I think this little radio is going to survive, you know. I think it's going to be a beauty. It's a shame about the dog. If it was a dog, I'm only saying it might have been, but it certainly looks like something's been chewing at it. I can't see what else it would be. All right, we'll get on with it. The dial glass or perspex has got this on it. I think I've mentioned this before. I'll give this another scrub. Yeah, we can't get that out. It's eaten into it. There's been acetone or something spilt on it. It's eaten into it a bit, and I don't want to ruin it any more than what it is. So I'm going to browse over that, and I'm sure once it all goes together, you're not going to notice that little bit. And Baz, pull up. It's a resuscitation, not a restoration. Okay. So we don't go out on a limb for this one. All right. I'll be back. We'll do a little bit more. We'll have a look at this. And also, probably the next thing will be to get back onto the radio and do the capacitors, fix the switches, so forth. Oh yeah, how about this? That looks pretty nice. Geez, that come up well. I reckon that knob will look okay. Got to clean him out, clean the grooves out, but yeah, that'll look pretty damn nice on the front of that radio. Maybe this radio is going to look good. Maybe. I don't know, but things are happening. It's getting better. A couple of nameplates that we've done, as you can see, the little pegs on these are still there, but they're not long enough to go through, and well, they were partially bent over, and yeah. And I just noticed on the back of this one, we've got this. How can I get that to you? AVALA number 404, and there's obviously a part number there. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm putting a little dob of Solastic at the end, in the middle, and at the other end. That's all it needs. Okay. There we go. He's on. Now I'll just go and grab the other one. That's starting to look a little bit better. Grab the other one, and we'll do him. Okay. Now we're starting to look the part. Now, guys, I want to take this switch assembly out, and it looks like there's only, well, two screws, I think, holding maybe 4 screws. By the look of that. Don't know. You're probably you're a little bit close there. Yeah, I think I'll take this out and put it in the ultrasonic cleaner. It's very oily, messy, everything. Once I get this out, well, I'll go on with the caps. Now, it's a matter of this end has 2 very hard leads. Gee, the plastic's very hard on these leads. Okay, that's got that one and that one. Those very hard, but they're still okay. We'll still go ahead and use them. So that's our power on those 2. The next one is a grey wire, which is actually your base, is it? Yeah, the base is in the middle, which it looks like it shorts a wire to ground by the look of that. And the one up the end is the treble switch. So at least the wires aren't wrapped around the terminals, which is good. Okay, now, oh gee, tight. Right, that one, and it looks like that's certainly all we need to undo there. 2 screws, and yeah, I'm glad we took this out actually. Poor little baby needs yeah, a bit of cleaning. Mind you, it is still working, and it works well. That's our on-off switch. He's working well. Yeah, but it'd be good to give it a good clean out. I'll also probably take this this knob off here. Now, most of these are splitting, so we've sort of got to be very careful when we're taking these fellas off. There we go. They come off not too bad. Now, I'll just clean this up. I'm not going to put this in the ultrasonic. It's a bit harsh on these fellas. So, yeah, there we go. Now, this, yeah, it's good that we cleaned this up a bit. And this gives us a better access to everything. All right. I'll throw the switches in the cleaner and I'll be right back and start changing caps at last. I've done enough talking about it. Righto, guys. Well, I think each cap I will do a quick test as I pull them out, and so that we all know which cap is the worst and are they all good or bad. Okay. Now, as you saw this one, it's a 10 microfarad. So let's see what he measures. Ah, it doesn't measure. Well, that's no surprise, is it? Okay. I'll get my capacitor meter and just see, does it read anything there? Now, this is the one that goes to the volume pot, and it would be the cause for very, very, very low volume to start with. Now, 10 mic. Okay, we'll select in 20 microfarad. I'm sure you can see that there. Let's see, is it going to raise the meter at all? 0.6, 0.8, 0.9, oh, 0.7, 98, 99. Yes, we didn't get to 1 microfarad. Okay, God knows how leaky it is. Meter doesn't read it. So, yeah, that one, definitely. I'll put a new one in. We'll check the next one. Now, the second cap out is C24 in there. And that was the one that had been replaced. It's a 47 mic. It was replaced with a 100 mic at 10 volts. Let's see if he was okay. The first one certainly wasn't. Okay, here we go. 129 ESR 0.82 with a voltage loss of 3%. Okay, so yeah, probably leaky. Well, it would be leaky. 129. That's out of 100 mic cap. ESR, well, reads okay, but yeah, glad we've changed him. And he's one of the new ones. Okay, I'll get on to the next one. Next up is C23. We're doing these two at the moment, that one. And we're on to this one now, C23. The circle denotes, indicates positive on these. Okay, so that's negative, this is positive, and positive ground. Of course, being germanium, this circuit is positive ground. Okay, 100 mic, and he's at 12 volts. Let's see how he fares. And I'm just taking you through this as a matter of interest. You can skip over this if you prefer. We're finding out together though. Okay, we're looking for 100 mic. 81 ESR, 0.15K. VLOS, 32%. There you go, ESR. Yeah, you're looking at 150 ohm ESR, 0.15K. Wow. Okay. I don't think that'd be any good. And the end of him, he's solid. It's been a long time since he's been any good. And, well, it'll be interesting to see what the other one's like. Next one is C25 in there. Positive on that side. Okay. Now, let's have a look on the circuit where he is. By the way, that's the old cap. That's what I'm replacing it with. That's 12 volt. This is a 16 volt cap. So, bit of difference over the years, isn't there? Okay, so C25. Let's have a look here. Where are we? That fella there. We've replaced that fella there and this one up here. And this is the second cap in that area. Let's see if he measures any good. He certainly doesn't look real good here. It's pretty drastic. And as you can see, it's open circuit. Okay, is there anything there? Well, let's see. Guys, totally open circuit. Nothing happening. There you go. Wow. Okay. That's the fourth electro. So I'll pop this fella in, positive over this side. Certainly gives us a bit of room on the board once these are in. Okay, if you want to see how I'm doing this is it. Right. There we go. As you can see, takes up a bit less room, doesn't it? You can't even see them there. Bubbies. Righto. There's one more electro, and it's over this side. On the RF side, in amongst the IF transformers. Now, as far as numbers, I can't read it on this one. It's hidden. It will be, where can I find it on the circuit? I can't, there he is. That would be it there. 150 mic, 3 volt, and that would be him. Now, being an emitter follower, or it's a collector follower in this case, that would probably be the cause of the motorboating this fella here. So the one we're going to change now. So I would say we don't really know. And I'm not going to keep going back and trying it after each one. They're all going to be replaced. I think that's C11. Let's see, does that correspond on what's on here? C11. That's the one we're on. 150 mic. Check in quickly. And he's pretty short at one end. I had to cut the end off him to get him out. Okay, we got anything happening here for a 150 mic? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys, you can see a pattern here. Let's see, anything on the cap meter? Oh, well, 5. It's reforming. 6. This is a 150 mic cap. 6.8, 6.9, 7. As you can see, it's reforming slightly. I think we'd be waiting a long time for it to totally reform. But anyway, around about 7 microfarad for a 150. Yeah, poor little thing. No wonder it didn't work. So the 150 may be a little bit critical in this situation. So the only 150 I've got is a little Phillips fella. 150 mic at 25 volts. These are new, but I'll stop. So I better measure him before we put him in and see what he's like. Okay. $161, 0.02 ohms, 6.7 V loss, round about normal for a 150, 160. That will work fine. Okay. Now, better put him that way around. I'm going to have to tip him up the other way because I want the cap on the outside. And turn him around so we can read the cap from the outside and put him in that way around. Positive to this end. Oh boy. There we go. Okay. And guys, that's it for the electros. And as you can see, pretty drastic. Now we've got a couple of Waxys here. Now all these Waxys plus these little black fellas and coloured fellas along here, I think C13. Now all these are falling apart, as you can see there. There's inside our capacitor. Now these are 200 volt caps. Now the caps I get off Carl are all 600 volt, so we really don't need them at that sort of voltage. This is a 0.1, I think. Don't know. He's falling apart. W99, and pretty sure he's a He's a 0.04, I think. Anyway, it's C13 now. What does our C13? C13 is a 0.04. So an 047 there, there, and there, and there. Yeah, all those are 0.047s. There's no one here, 04 up there, over here. So every cap there is an 047, which is good, simplifies it a bit. There's a 001 up here. There's a 200 picofarad there. I don't think he'll be giving me any problems, but there's a couple of Waxys. I've got to find out where they are. But the one we're looking at is C13. So, yeah, as you can see, most of them are 0.04s. Makes the job pretty easy. Now, I'd like some polycaps with this. Just low, fairly low voltage polycaps. So I'll see what I can round up. We should have some 0.047s. I think. Now, they are they're 047, not 0.47. Okay. I'll see what I've got and I'll be back. What we're doing now is replacing all the capacitors at long last, but there's been a couple of days delay because I didn't have any low voltage caps. I got plenty of Carl's ones, the 600 volters, the little black fellas, but I didn't have anything that's just low voltage and small enough for this one. So here they are. That's what we're putting in, and that's the size difference, say from that black cap there to this one. Yeah, so they're a little bit smaller, nice and easy to handle. So we're going to replace now all the 047s. Okay, so there's a heap of them here. There's where are they? C8, 10, 13, 14, 17, 18, and 21 are all 0.47s. Okay, now this little radio, by the way, it's a Model 200, and the model of the radio was a Town and Country. Okay, so Philips Town and Country. So being that country vibe might mean it's a good performer. Don't know. We won't know till we get all this done. Anyway, I'll get on with the caps. I'll do the caps. There's a couple of 0047 Waxys up here that have got to go. And then I'll come back and, well, we might fire it up then, make sure that everything's right. We've also got a bit of corrosion here we've got to get rid of. Okay, got all the caps done. So you can see the little yellow fellas, they sit in there pretty neat. Now, this IF transformer, this is, well, I guess it's IFT3. I'd have to have a look on the circuit to see. It's L15, which is, yes, it's the third IF transformer, okay? So we've got the oscillator, IFT1, IFT2, IFT3. Now, this has had some damage on it, just on the case, with the leaky battery, as you can see. It's okay, a bit better around the back. Guys, I'm going to take this out. It's the easiest way to get rid of this corrosion. We'll slip him out and have a look at how we can get the case in a bit better order. Oh boy, this one's not quite as easy as what we thought. Bit of corrosion in there. This looks like a copper can, and there's been a bit of corrosion inside. This was jammed, and Now I'm up to this bit. Now, there's a wire corroded off here. Where is it? That one there. Okay. He's corroded off that pin there, or that side of the capacitor. But what I've got to do is try and get this former back into its base. Without breaking these bloody wires. Now, is he going to fit in there? I think so. Now, gently push. Okay. Okay, we've got the former back in. Now what I've got to do is connect these wires onto that pin, that side of the capacitor. Oh, this one will test me out. So that one's not broken. None of the others are broken. It's just this one. So if I bring this back around here out of the road, he goes to that pin there. I need a little piece of wire going from that. Hope you can see this. A little piece of wire going from that capacitor and attached to this fella here. Okay, I'm going to get some way of holding this, get my third hand out or whatever, and I think the rest of it's okay. Oh no, what's this wire? That one belongs to there. So we've got a couple that are off. Maybe I pulled that one off. Anyway, I can reconnect that one, but this one, I've got to extend it. Okay, I'll see what I can do. But as you can see, that fella there, he has to go down onto this pin. I'm going to clean this up. There's wax all over it and everything. I'm going to clean it up off the camera because otherwise, well, while I'm doing this, I'm not taking any notice of where I am with the camera, and you guys can't see what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm going to need both hands to do this, and some concentration. I'll see how I go. I'll come back on this one. Failing this, we do have another board which has got another IF transformer on it that's not corroded, but we want to fix this one. Why not? Now, the slug is in there. I don't know whether it turns. Let's get these connected first. Well, guys, I've got you in a position there where you can see and probably see where it all goes horribly wrong. We're going to tin this wire. There's a bit of heat there and tin him. Okay. So far, so good. We're going to tin, if we can, tin the lead of the capacitor. This is very tricky. Extremely, because I really need a smaller soldering iron for this. If I miss here and hit the capacitor, it's all over for the cap, because it'll melt the end together. Okay, just a moment, I'll get a little bit of flux. Okay, let's put some flux on there. Let's see, can we just get a little bit of solder? It's not wanting to play ball. Okay, we might have enough there. I'll just get my tweezers to go down there. I think we do. Wire's down there, but we certainly don't need much solder on this. Okay, no, not yet. Gee, I'm probably breathing fairly heavy here because I'm holding my breath while I'm doing this. Okay, we'll try him again. He won't stick to that base. And I really want him to stick to that base. I think the corrosion might have us beat here. Okay. Nice clean tip. And try and get the fella down there. Nope. Not yet, guys. I'll probably bugger the capacitor. Now he's in the right position. I can just get a little bit of solder in there. Not that much. Gee. Okay, how are we going there? Guys, we got him. I think we've got him. Yep. Okay. We got one on. Boy. This is a nerve-wracking exercise, this is. Now we've got to do the same on this pin. Which is this pin here. Okay. Here we go again. Tin the end of him. Okay. Now, I'm going to get a little bit of solder in on the, I'll use a bit of flux here, in on the pin. Okay. See if we can get a little bit of tin happening here. And me tapping there is just getting a little bit of excess solder off the end of my soldering iron. If you're wondering what I'm doing, you shouldn't tap these with a ceramic heater over. Okay. Can we get this in? Okay, we're in. We're out. I've lost him. Okay. No, not yet, guys. We need a little bit more solder on that pin. Right. Yeah. We got him. We got him. Okay. Now for the test to see if there's windings across here, now there's a stray wire here. He just belongs, it's a stray strand from this one here. Okay, I'll cut him off. It's just a stray strand, that's all. It's not a wire out of place. Okay. Now, I think we've got him. Everything's nice and straight. Now I'll just see, can I turn the slug while I'm in here? Well, guys, that's the tool we use for these. And this slug, it does not move. I don't want to break it. So the next thing to do, I'll have a look at the circuit and just see what's what with the pinouts. But yeah, we'll see if this is, well, got continuity or what else is wrong with it. Hopefully it'll we'll go back together. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully. Okay, let's I'll hold it here, and that way we can identify some pins and see what's what with it. Now I'll just grab my circuit, and it's the third transformer. So what we're looking at is this one here, and it does have 5 pins all connected. That's handy. So we've got 1 and 2, and then 3, 4, and 5, or 6 there. 5 is not connected. Okay, let's see what we got. Have we got 3 with continuity and 2 with continuity? I mean, we could have pinched the transformer out of the other radio, but what's the fun in that? Okay, I'm just trying to get the glare off for you. Okay, get another hand. Okay, here we go. So we got this one, nothing there. Okay, we have continuity there, 8 ohms. Nothing, nothing. Okay, hopefully that's 2. So all these 3 should connect together. That one. And nothing on this one. What one's it? It's through a capacitor. So our capacitor, no, we should have, no, we don't. It is through a capacitor. So the top of it is the pin out. No, we should have continuity there, up to there, and then there's a capacitor to ground. Okay, so there is only, I can't read the pins here, you guys probably can, So there's the bottom, the top, and that leg on the, well, there's a center tap there that comes out, which we've got. The other leg goes to a cap, which goes down to the other one, down to the bottom. So pretty sure, and that is the leg that's not reading, which is this one, and there's a wire goes to him, and that is the one, that's the one we connected. Okay, have we got continuity there? Yes. I'm going to put this under the microscope and just check to see, is that leg connected via the cap, or is it a spare, or what's going on with it? Leave it with me. I'll be back. Okay. Now, I think the problem was that little one that I was soldering on the end of the capacitor wasn't actually, the wax was holding it, but not solder. I'd missed him. So let's see. Let's see here. So we should have this one. We should have the top one, that one, and okay, that's one. And then this one. And now I've got none of them. Oh dear. Okay, I'll go back to the drawing board. I'll put him under the microscope again. Might be the other one not contacting. Supposed to have a connection between pin 3 and pin 5. That's a coil underneath this one. These are wound on top of one another. And this one, yeah, if I can get some light on him, I think that's about the best I can do there. He's actually corroded the wire. Oh, just a moment, I'll get a. He's actually corroded on the top of that corner pin. Right there. I had to hold my torch in my mouth so I couldn't talk. But that's where it's corroded. I've got a connection on the wire, but not on the pin. So we'll try and put some solder on this fella. And obviously the corrosion's worked its way up there, and something is not connecting. All right, we'll try this and see how we go. Okay, now I'll be underneath the magnifying glass doing this. So here we go. Let's put a bit of flux in there. All right. Can we fix this? Okay. And that looks like we've got some solder. That looks pretty good. Now we should have this one, and this one as one winding, and the other two as the other winding. Oh boy, this is taken a little bit of time. This one, I've melted some wax back in there to hold the wires in place. Now I think I've got it. It was a matter of the corroded connections on the pins. Now I should have each side of the capacitor. I should have this connection there, 3 ohms, connection there, 6 ohm, 5 ohm, 6 ohms. That seems normal. And on the other side, oh, I hope this works. Yes. Okay, 3 ohms. There's no connection between them. Okay, now this is my little can. I've just a little copper can, and I've got rid of all the corrosion and just used Brasso to lift him up. That's what's written on him, 467.2. Now that's not the IF frequency, it's a part number. Okay, so this goes in. Oops, this goes in this radio. I've been doing a bit of cleaning up here, and I need to do a little bit more. So it goes in like so. This can only go on one way. Okay, here we go. There we go. Now I have tried adjusting this again. There is no way in the world any of these slugs move. I don't want to break them. We're going to have to go with what we've got. Yeah, we can do an RF alignment, but that's about it. Well, depending on whether I can move the oscillator coil. Probably not. Okay. He's ready to put back in. I'll just clean up a little bit here. Just clean up to make sure there's no corrosion left there. Third IF transformer written there. Okay. Let's get him back in. Goes in like that. Once I get this in, I'll clean up this board a little bit more. Right, there he is. Okay, let's solder him in. That was a bit of a pain, that was. A real pain. Okay, here we go. There was a time there where I was doubtful whether I could get this coil to work again, but anyway, a little bit of patience. We got him going. I should have used a little bit of flux on that one, but right. There he is back in, and he's the nicest looking one out of the whole lot now. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. Well, moving ahead now, it's probably time to put the aerial rod in And oh well, I've got to put the switches in, haven't I? And the aerial rod, and then we'll connect this bit and maybe a speaker and see if it's working. Hopefully it will sing again. Okay, well there's the switch assembly after it come out of the ultrasonic cleaner, and yeah, it certainly does a nice job. Okay, so we'll put it in. We'll grease this a little bit later on when it's in there. I don't want grease everywhere to start with while we're mucking around doing this. Okay, it's only 2 screws either end, and then a matter of soldering the wires up. So strangely enough, when this came out, it had a fibre washer on this side, but there was none on that side. And looking at the others, they're the same. So there must be. I don't know the reasoning. Maybe you do. It really doesn't matter because it came out okay and it worked before then. So yeah. Okay. Now we can't tighten these too much until I get the whole thing central, which is about there. Okay. I'm using the same screws, even though these have been in a tub of vinegar. They didn't clean up real well, but they're good enough. Okay, so this wire goes up to the top one, and this one goes to the bottom one, and then our 2 wires for our power go to the N2 on that one, on those 2. Okay, so it looks to be easier to do the middle one first. So, and now I'm not wire wrapping this or anything like that. There's no need to. There we go. He's on. This one to the top one. There we go. And now we put a little bit of solder on the end 2 terminals, which is your on-off switch, this one. Hope you guys can see. I haven't got my hand in the road there. Okay. Now I'll try and get him. Yeah, got him through. All right. I'll try and get this fella through there if we can. And there we go. Okay. Guys, that's it for the switch. Now, as I was saying, the IF alignment on this thing, that won't be it won't be happening. You cannot turn these at all. I've been through the whole lot, including this number 3. It's number 2, number 1, and the oscillator. None of them will turn. So we're a bit snookered here. So all we can do really is peak our antenna, the coil on the ferrite rod, and peak our antenna trimmer So, yeah, we do have oscillator top end on there, as well as antenna trimmer, so we will be able to do that. Okay, now we'll put our ferrite rod in this end, and we'll put him back roughly in the position where he was, which is in around there. I'll turn him around so he locks in either end, like so. Now, all we've got to do, these two wires are the speaker, the yellow and the white, and these two is our power. Now, on this one, I know these come out with a black cable, which was positive. This one is not, okay? The positive is red on this. The blue is negative. Yes, the positive goes to ground because it's a PNP system, but that is the positive in this case. But yeah, don't get caught out with that. Always trace the red wire to see, does it go to the positive side of the radio, or does it go to the negative side, to ground? So yeah, we have checked this one before I turned it on, and yeah, that's correct. Okay, new caps, antennas done. We're ready to see if this fires up, guys. Hopefully, I can't think of anything else that's got to be done. This will be a very interesting project. And then we've got to set the quiescent current, our bias for the output transistors. And hopefully all the resistors are okay. I haven't checked any of them. I may run over them. But just for your information, this is what we've pulled out so far. Okay, there's our caps. Now, as you can see, most of them fell apart. The casing fell off. These are the 047s. There's a couple of Waxys there, and the rest of 047s and a double 047 there. And there was an 01 that actually just fell totally apart. You probably can't see all that for the light, but yeah. But anyway, there's our list. When we're finished, we'll go through, just check each one and see how far out they are. But now that I've shown you that, I'll get rid of the shrapnel, and yeah, we'll check them later on. Okay, so it is 1 o'clock for me. It's wine time. It is 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And tomorrow morning, which is a Saturday morning here for me, it's wine and barbecue night tonight. Love my barbecues. I might have to share a barbecue with you one day. That'll be interesting, and we'll put out a nice old radio for a bit of entertainment, and possibly maybe the Breville when I switch it to Bluetooth. Be interesting, wouldn't it? Sitting in the corner while we're having a barbecue. Okay, guys, I'll get back to this. I'll see you in the morning, or 2 seconds time for you guys. Well, guys, this video, once again, because of an unforeseen circumstance with this bloody intermediate frequency transformer, number 3, it's gone on a little bit too long. So I'm going to split the video. Sorry, guys, but I'm keeping recording anyway. I'm recording this morning, and we're going to put power on this and everything else. So I'll keep recording. It'll just mean part 2, part 3. So part 3 will be fairly straightforward, because all we've got to do really is a little bit of RF alignment, and well, the case, see how it comes up, put it together, and that's the job finished. So The next bit won't be that long. This bit, yeah, because of that. But I wanted to show you what I did with the transformer. I don't know whether it works yet. I haven't hooked power to this. Hopefully that transformer will work. So anyway, the next part. So if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe. Really helps. Keep the likes going. Really helps. And I'll catch you on the next one. Okay, won't be long. Okay, bye for now.